for this side of the room, you know, I feel, and the things I'm going to be talking about specifically about video and what's happening and what we're seeing, but it's really about monetization. My message to this side of the room is we can't ignore the monetization and profitability piece. It is extremely important as engineers that we understand the motivators behind these in this market.
We're here with Michael Koons of Cisco Systems at the OPASTCO Tech and Marketing Symposium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So Michael, you talked a lot about the video experience, but one of the things you touched upon is this whole idea of service velocity. Yes. Why don't you explain a little bit about what that meant?
Well, from a service velocity perspective, we mean about being flexible and for service providers to be able to adapt and take services into their network and roll them out to their consumers very, very quickly. And the service velocity is such a key because in this changing market, with all of the different competitors, our competitive landscape is so different that we need to be able to get a service out there, see if it has traction, and then deploy it very, very quickly to all of my markets so I can turn that revenue engine on as quickly as possible. And on the flip side, if I think it's not working, I've got to be able to scale it back and get the services out that can. So service velocity is very, very important to the success of all the service providers who are going to deploy these networks.
Well, yeah, and you touched upon it in your presentation, the whole idea of the competitor can really come from anywhere. And that is probably an impetus.
The competitor can come from very, very different places and very different places that we're all not used to the point where a competitor can come from somebody sitting in their house writing an application. And when you think about the infinite universe of those competitors, then I have to probably change my thinking a little bit, and how can I adapt to use that as something to my advantage and help me maybe open up my network, maybe have open APIs that people can innovate on and start building a network of a platform of innovation instead of keeping everything close within a walled garden. Very important decisions that are going to need to be made.
Well, and along those lines, it sounded like there's also kind of a transition in the head end as well. You called it kind of a video data center.
Yeah, the head end, what's happening in the head end, and the head end, like I said in there, was it's going to be blown apart. And services are going to be distributed throughout the entire network. And it's not only going to be the video head end. I'm going to have a video head end that becomes the video data center. I'm going to have my mobility data center. I'm going to have my enterprise network services data center. And all of these are going to start to formulate around that whole cloud issue that's out there. And now I'm going to be taking services that we think of now as cloud-based and offering them to my video users, my mobile subscribers, and integrating them all together.
Oh, makes sense. Well, Michael, thank you for your time, and
thank you.
Good luck on your next flight.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.